Have you ever felt like time is just slipping away? Like no matter how fast you run, you're always behind. I used to feel that way too. My life was a race against the clock, always busy, always chasing something more. But one rainy afternoon, something happened that completely changed the way I see time. And if you're feeling overwhelmed by the ticking clock, this might just change everything for you too. Let's start the story.
In a bustling city where every second counted, I was a young man named Alex, caught up in the whirlwind of life, completely unaware that time was slipping through my fingers like sand. At 28, I was a marketing executive, always racing against the clock. My days were a blur of meetings, deadlines, and late-night emails. I prided myself on being the fastest, the most efficient, the one who never wasted a moment. But in my relentless pursuit of success, I often neglected the simple joys of life, my family, friends, and even my own well-being. Then, on one rainy afternoon, as I rushed to catch the subway, I noticed an elderly man sitting on a bench, sketching in a worn notebook. His hands trembled slightly, but his eyes sparkled with a youthful passion. For some reason, I slowed down, intrigued by the sight. "Excuse me, sir," I said, glancing at the sketches. "They're beautiful. Do you sell them?" The old man looked up, a warm smile spreading across his face. "Thank you, young man. I used to, but now I just draw for the joy of it." I felt a pang of envy. "I wish I had time for that," I replied, glancing at my watch. "Time is a curious thing," the man said, his voice soft yet firm. "We often think we don't have enough, but it's how we choose to spend it that matters most." Intrigued, I sat down beside him. "What do you mean?" I asked. The old man shared with me how, in his youth, he had chased after wealth and status, believing they would bring him happiness. But as the years passed, he realized that the moments spent with loved ones, creating art, and simply enjoying life were the true treasures. He had lost friends to time, missed family gatherings, and let opportunities slip away, all in the name of ambition. As the rain poured outside, the old man shared stories of his adventures, the laughter of friends, and the beauty of sunsets he had witnessed. Each tale held a lesson, and I found myself captivated, my heart heavy with the realization of what I had sacrificed. "Time is your most valuable asset," the old man concluded. "Once it's gone, you can't get it back. Invest it wisely." That night, I returned home, my mind racing. I thought about the missed birthdays, the ignored phone calls, and the moments I had let slip away. I decided it was time for a change. The next morning, instead of diving straight into work, I called my parents and made plans to visit them. I reached out to old friends, rekindling connections I had long neglected. I even picked up a paintbrush, inspired by the old man's passion. Weeks turned into months, and I found myself balancing my career with the things that truly mattered. I learned to appreciate the little moments, sharing meals with family, laughing with friends, and creating art that brought me joy. I realized that success wasn't just about climbing the corporate ladder. It was about living fully and authentically. One day, while visiting the park, I spotted the elderly man again. This time, I approached with a smile. "I've taken your advice to heart," I said, gratitude shining in my eyes. "Thank you for reminding me of the value of time." The old man smiled knowingly. "It's never too late to start living." And here's the lesson I learned. Time is the most precious resource we have. It's not about how much we have, but how we choose to spend it. Invest your time in what truly matters, relationships, passions, and experiences, because once it's gone, it can never be reclaimed. As I walked away, I glanced at my watch. But this time, instead of feeling rushed, I felt liberated. So, what moments will you choose to cherish today?